Alright, good morning. Today we're looking at a Class A ship that I'm calling the Snapdragon. This is kind of a little special project that I'm trying to do. I wanted to see if I could get a Class A ship with 4,000 cargo and maintain 100 mobility. And after messing with this thing all night, this is what I've come up with. I think it looks pretty good. It's essentially just a smaller version of my Capybara Class C ship build. But we'll go down to the shipbuilder, I'll show you the stats, show you how to put it together, and then we'll take it into combat and uh, see how it performs.
Got anything you need to offload? Okay, no problem.
So this is it. Uh, we go into the regular shipbuilder first. You see it has 4,030 cargo, max crew 8. We'll get back to this in a second. The 100 mobility is 100 and the top speed is 150. So you notice that this jump range is only 26 light years. I noticed something a little weird putting this thing together. I don't think this applies to Class B or Class C ships, but apparently with Class A ships, it's possible to make the ship so heavy, even though you still have 100 mobility, that there's no grav drive that's capable of pushing this up to 30 light years. So I have the most powerful Class A grav drive installed, and this is the most jump range that we can get. As I said, with Class B and Class C, I don't think that's really a possibility. I don't think no matter how heavy you make it, as long as you have 100 mobility, there's a grav drive that will get you to at least 29 or at least 30, I believe, light year jump range. So I don't know if you really need it anything more than 26. I haven't run into any situations where I need that much, but I don't know. I guess the worst case scenario is I could just make 2 jumps. I'm pretty sure there's no quests that require anything or missions that require anything more than that. But hell, I don't know. I could be wrong. If I am, let me know in the comments. Uh, oops. You see it has 4,030 cargo base, 810 shields. If we look over, uh, damn it.
Okay, no problem.
If you look over here, the cargo with my buffs, that's with the 4 points in the payload skill, and with Samco on board, it's 6,981. So just short of 7,000, pretty good. The shields with Omari is up to 1,296. I have my weapons systems are maxed out. I did have to use 1-ton
Sure, how
weapons
about it?
to get this to work because I had a limit of 1,564 tons. Anything over that, and my mobility would drop to 99. And as I said, my goal was to keep this at 100 mobility and see how much cargo I could shoehorn into this thing. I did actually get this up to 430, or excuse me, 4,050, and still maintain 100 mobility. But I had to delete one of these all in one of my habs, and I didn't want to do that. So you can see right now, oops, I'll show you all the hab space I've got in here. So this is all the habs. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2x1 habs that you could potentially fit in there. And I think that's pretty good for a ship this size. Oops. It's only 40 meters long by 34 meters wide. So it's only half the length of the maximum, which is, I think, pretty good. Uh, if you look, as I was saying earlier, it's just a smaller version of my previous Capybara ship. I haven't done all the money can buy mission yet from the Stroud that gives you this SAL 6830 engines. So right now I'm using these Poseidon DT 230s, which are the best engines before that, and I've got it up to 6,000 cargo. And with the SAL 6830s, I can get this up to, I believe, I have a video of it. It's 8,200 and something. I think 8,225 cargo and still maintain 100 mobility. But anyways, like I said, this was the basis of the ship that I was using. I just shortened it up, and that's not really true. I had to make a lot of, like, trying to come up with a combination of which cargo containers to use. I mean, I've probably gone through 30 or 40 different configurations before I came up with the one I'm using right now. All right, I'll take the ship apart, put it together. I'll show you how to put it together, and then I'll take it into combat, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right, I got this thing pulled apart. I'm gonna show you how I put it together, and I'm not gonna actually go around and buy all the parts from each vendor, but I'll go over each part, and you should be able to figure out if you want to look it up and see where it comes from. So right now I'm using these Acculander 11 landing gears. I'm using 4 of them. You can get these from Neon City. Yeah, that's right. So 4 of them from Neon. Then I'm using these Deimos all-in-one bursts. All my habs are from Deimos, or all of them you can get from New Atlantis as well, except for the I don't think you can get the battle station from here. I think the ones that are bigger than the 2x1s you have to get from their primary hub. For Deimos, obviously it comes from the Deimos space station. Anyways, this 2x1, we'll stick it right in between these 4 Acculander 11 gears. We're going to use a shipbed 200 landing bay from Tayo, and this also comes from Neon City. On top of that, we're going to use this Deimos battle station 2x2. That comes from the moon of Deimos, orbiting Saturn. Another 2x1 hab will fit in right there. This Cabot C4 bridge comes from Nova Galactic. That's a new homestead on the moon of Titan around Saturn. Then we can put it right there. On the top, we're going to use 2 more of these all-in-one berths from Deimos. We'll put them right there. In the center section here, I'm going to use 4 of these Degama 1000 cargo holds. And they fit in, because they're pretty short, you can get 2 of them in facing inwards towards each other. The engines are these SA 4330s from Slayton Aerospace. As far as I know, I believe these are the most powerful Class A engines that you can use. And they're really good because they only take 2 power, so that means you can use 6 of them. So we'll just stick one there, one there. Oops. Now the ones in the center, you can use the Z key and move these around. There's the mid configuration, but it can have the attach point facing outwards, or it can have it facing inwards, and we want it to be facing inwards. Excuse me, like this. And I'll show you why you want that attach point in the middle here in a second. So that one's already in the middle configuration with the attach point facing inwards. And then this will be the bottom left, bottom right. As far as the grav drive, I'm going to use the Helios 400, and this is the most powerful grav drive you can get for Class A. I believe there's a 4000. So if you look over here, it says grav jump thrust 27, and that one also has 27, but this one weighs 42 tons. This one weighs 47, so you save a little bit of weight by not using the 4000 alpha grav drive. But if you needed the attach points, like say on the rear or on the sides, then you'd have to use this one, because this one only has attach points on the top, bottom, and the front. But we don't need that on this particular build, so we're going to stick with the smaller one, even though it has the same grav thrust. Now, because these are facing inwards, or the attach points are facing inwards, we're going to use 2 of these Caravel V101 cargo holds, and they'll snap in just like that on the inside. That leaves a little cavity right here on top of this grav drive, and we're going to put this 60S protector shield generator. I believe, let me check this real quick, I'm going off memory here. I believe there is a slightly better one. Yeah, this one right here. So that has 810 max shield. This has 860. So it's a little bit better, but this one has a side point connector, and I don't have any way to hook that up. So I need one that stands straight up. So we're gonna use the 60S from Dogstar. For our reactor, we're gonna use a Spheromac DC202 reactor, and it'll go right on top. That's the basic ship right there. On the sides, we're going to hook up these Deimos wings. And I got one facing rear and one facing forward. And these are the wing A's. And we have them on both sides. I've already got the weapons hooked up. It doesn't matter which weapons you use, but in order to keep it under the max weight of 1564, anything over 1564, then the mobility will drop down to 99. So I have 4 tons left to play with. But I had to use weapons that were 1 mass, not 2, because that kept putting me over my budget. So I might have lost a little bit of DPS, but it doesn't matter because when I go into combat, I'll show you, I just blow through everything. It's not even a thing. For our fuel tanks, we use these Titan 450 HE3s. I'm using 2 of them on the sides. I've got these weapons mounts that I'm using. I'm putting them right there on the bottom on that front landing gear. The slim docker at the bottom, if you didn't know, these can be facing up or facing down using the Z key to flip them. We want it to be down, so we'll stick it right there. On the front of the gears, we're going to use these 20T hauler cargo holds from Sextant. Oops. Stick them on there just like that. On the 4 of these edges of the habs, we're going to put 4 of these Caravel V101 cargo holds. Just like that. And then on the top, we're going to mount our weapons, the last 4 weapons that we had, on the top of the habs. Now, you can't normally attach a weapon to a hab, but if you use these equipment plates, then you can put the weapon on the equipment plate, and the weapon or the equipment plate will go on top of the hab, and it works that way. So this is a no glitch, no mod build. This is you got to be rank 4 Starship Engineering to be able to build this. I also have to be level 60. As you said, I've never seen a Class A ship that has more than 4,000 cargo and still maintain 100 mobility. I'm sure somebody's done it. I just haven't seen it. I'm not saying I'm the best shipbuilder that ever lived, because I'm not. But I'm proud of this. Like I said, I've been at this probably for like 7 hours now, just trying different configurations. That's about it for that. I'll go ahead and accept that. I'm sure the inside is going to be all jacked up because it never puts the ladders where I want them. It's not it's a pretty standard looking ship. I don't generally like to make gaudy looking ships with, like, radiators and stuff hanging out all over the place, or big wings that stick out. That's just my preference. So down here was the first the hab. It's got 4 beds, little cooking station over here, sink, bathroom. Up here is the battle station. That's for 6 crew members plus the 2 that I get from the cockpit, which brings me up to 8. If you go up here, there's another 4 bunks up here. Another bathroom. And then, of course, over here, because they couldn't stick the damn ladder on this side to make it at least symmetric, there's another 4 bunks bathroom back here. It would be so easy. Anyways, so it's got a room for 8 crew members and 8 passengers, and then over 4,000 cargo. And then with me on the ship, it's almost 7. It's right just short of 7,000 cargo. So we'll get into orbit, play around with it a little bit, and take it into combat.
Pre-check complete. We're good.
That reactor I used is the best reactor. I think it was 32 or 33 power. That's the best one you can get.
What next?
For Class A. Make sure that my stuff is right here. So yeah, 6,981. So I came up 19 tons short of 7,000, which is disappointing. I did get it up to, like I said, 7,050. Or not 7,050. So it was like 7,016 or something like that. And the base cargo was 4,050. But I had to delete. I keep messing this up. I had to delete the one of these 2x1 habs and kind of reconfigure everything. And I kind of like the way this looked. There was some other stuff I could have deleted too and made it a little bit higher, but I wanted to keep the aesthetics of the ship looking fairly decent, so I'm happy with the way this came out. Oh, I guess full disclosure, there's not enough fuel to jump all the way across the entire settled systems in one jump. Yeah, I mean, if that's like a deal breaker, the easiest thing would be to go on the rear, right there by the on the each side of the shield generator. I have those 2 small cargo right there. You could just delete one of those and increase the size of your fuel tanks.
Oh, I never get tired of that.
So we'll go up here, take a look at, and you can see there's some star systems over here that I can't reach because I don't have enough fuel. I believe that's what it'll say if I click on it. Yeah, it doesn't have a fuel capacity. But let's be honest, how often do you jump from one corner of the settled systems all the way to the other? I mean, it almost can make it. I don't know why this one always jumps all the way up this way and down. But it's really just these couple planets right here on the edge that it can't make it to. So that's something I can live with, if I just have to make 2 jumps, if it ever comes down to that. But like I said, never am I jumping from one end of the settled systems to the other like that. Alright, we'll fly over to Serpentis. Take a few pot shots at the guys down here. I guess the Varun Zealots are kind of like the spacers. Oh shit, am I being attacked? I guess like I said, I think the Varun Zealots are like they broke away from the Varun faction after the armistice. Like they refused to take part of the peace treaty. So they're kind of like the spacers of the Varun faction. They'll just attack anybody. So we'll come down here and blow these guys away.
Down goes their crab fry.
Missiles are the most useless weapons in this game because you just have to tap the boost and it'll break the lock.
Will you do funny voices for the characters, like you used to when I was?
I'm trying to figure out how to space Cora. Try leaving a book in the airlock, but she didn't go for it. Took a little bit of damage there. It happens. It's a Class A ship. The shields are fairly weak. I think that was like three or four bad guys too. in the next patch, as it stands right now, every time you do an NG plus, the ground combat gets a little bit harder, but the space combat just has been staying the same. It's like super easy. So what they're doing is
Shields are gone.
with this next patch, they're going to make it so that every time you go through an NG plus, the space combat will also increase in difficulty, which is, to be honest, is really needed because the space combat is stupidly easy. Like, it might be a little difficult in the very beginning when you don't have any skills or you don't have any, like, the weapons on your ship suck. Like, the Frontier is useless in space combat, but it gets easy real quick. See if there's any hostile areas. Well, there's one over here.
Can't skip the system with a fried grav drive, huh? Enemy grav drive out. Their grav drive is toast.
Yeah. Kind of a little boring, to be honest. But it's easy, and like I said, a lot of guys saying that there's no reason to ever build a Class A ship, and I don't know. I think this is a pretty good one. Took a little bit of effort to shoehorn this in. I think I've been at this since I don't know, 5, 6, 7 hours ago. I lost track of time. But I've gone through. It's like playing Tetris with the cargo holds, trying the different configurations of flying back and forth. It's a complete pain in the ass. But like I said, I'm glad I stuck with it because I'm happy with the way this looked. I was gonna, when I got it up to 4,050 cargo, I was gonna put that out as a video first, and then I figured out the thing with the extra hab, and I'd rather have the hab than like what 30 cargo or something. So I don't know. I'm happy with the way it came out. Let's take a look at it in photo mode. I think my computer's about to die here. It's not a big ship, but like I said, it's a Class A. It's not supposed to be big. Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I've been online looking for a long time, and I cannot find anybody that even comes close to making a Class A ship that matches these stats. And like I said, I'm not trying to puff up my ego or anything. I couldn't find it. If you guys find a link or have some ideas on how to improve this, I'm all ears because I'm sure that there's ways of making this better. I'm just not seeing it. Or I'm sure that somebody out there has built some stuff. They just haven't posted online. That's a lot better than this. But I'll take any kind of criticism or comments that would help me benefit, improvements. But anyways, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.